Hi YouTube, I'm out here in the very early morning. It is quite cold out. I don't know if you can see my breath. And we got the birds chirping. It is dawn here, and I have the Master Cutlery Raptor Bowie. Now, Mtech is just a brand that is one of many brands that's owned by Master Cutlery. So I call this the Master Cutlery Raptor. I got this at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. It was $50. Now this video was requested by at least 10 people. I showed this blade just briefly in an overview video, and many commenters said, we want to see this against the Stump of Truth. This is part of their, it's part of their line that's an actual real knife. Micarta handle scales, full tang construction. This is going to go up against the Stump of Truth today, day of reckoning for this blade. Let's take a closer look at it first. Alright, as you can see, wickedly pointed tip, long swedge there, nice satin finish, a very deep hollow grind, and check out the very nice machined micarta handle scales. Like I said, real materials, red liners, full tang construction, very thick stock too. This has got to be one of the best, you know, this is pretty much of the 4,000 items Master Cutlery has. If anything is usable, it's going to be this. This is the best thing I've ever seen from that company. This is the sheath that the Raptor comes with. You know, it's just a stitched, black leather. I don't know if it's real or imitation, but you see what it is. Belt loop there. Horizontal retaining strap with a button closure. Alright, so that's the sheath that you get. Alright, and one last look at this thing while it's still in mint condition. It did come extremely sharp, by the way. I was surprised. Alright, and will this survive? Will the edge survive? I added this paracord lanyard. Alright, let's get to it. Raptor versus Stump of Truth. Alright, the force of the hitting kind of compacted that snow and made the Stump of Truth fall down. So it's going to be down here on the ice, but the testing continues. Hey YouTube, I'm doing a voiceover narration of this segment because the sound of the Stump of Truth on the ice made a really high-pitched noise that was annoying, so I turned off the sound, but it'll be back soon. Okay, enjoy the video. Alright, let's see what we have here. Alright, well, as you see, this is where it hit. It did quite a number on the stump. Well, it definitely chopped the crap out of it. That's what it did to the stump, all this stuff. But what did the stump do to the Raptor? All right, one more test. I want to see what I can do with this. It's almost doing it. I wish I had a heavier baton, but I baton through all my batons. It's almost doing it. Okay, YouTube, well, I tried my best. I thought it would be cool if it could split something this big. It did not split it, but as far as testing durability, holy crap, that was a good test. But look, it split it right to here. It almost can break this part off, but I would need something heavier than this little ass baton to do it. All right, but still, as far as a test of durability, I mean, yeah. All right, let's take this out and see. Let's inspect the edge and see what happened. Hey YouTube, all right, we have some visitors. Want to see something fairly cool? Hold on. Let me zoom in. We have some visitors for this knife review. See the deer? YouTube, we got some visitors for this this review. All right, well, man, they must be hungry because they're not even scared. All right, so 5 deer have now invaded this knife review, and yes, this is while I'm doing a review. Here's here's the knife. Hopefully I won't scare them, but back to the review. Okay, so I'm sure you're as curious as I am. Did the edge survive? I don't know how you can see that, but the edge actually did survive. I don't even see any, I can't find any nicks on the edge. There is some discoloration, all right, but check out the edge. This is, you know, I was chopping with the sweet spot of the blade, so like from here to here, all right, so that's where we need to check for damage. Check that out. I'm actually quite surprised, but you know, it's like in science, the observations are the observations, you know, facts are the facts. All right, let's check out the other side, try to give you a close-up, and yeah, very surprising. It did very well for a budget-priced item. No damage to that edge. Very surprising. All right, YouTube. Well, I'm a little speechless here. It did very well, and you know, I asked Master Cutlery if they would send me one of these for a video, and they said, you know, we'll think about it. They didn't send me one, so I bought this with my own money. The facts don't lie, and the fact is, I hit this very, very hard into some seasoned, gnarly old frozen wood. I was expecting a few nicks that I would just, you know, sharpen out and repair, but there were no nicks or rolls, none at all. So a pleasant surprise, and I have to say, I do think this is the best of all 4,000 some items, and yes, they do have 4,000 items. They told me that themselves. This is probably one of the best things that they produce. It is a stainless steel. There is some confusion as to what the steel is. There's 2 different steels printed on the knife. I think there's a bit of a language barrier. You know, they list what steel it's the equivalent to, but I'll put in the text description box, I'll put the two different steels in the description box. And at the end of the day, I have to say, it's an extremely durable blade. Good job, Master Cutlery, at improving your products, going from novelty stuff to actual a real tool that could be used in the outdoors. This has been We All Juggle Knives. I'm out.